Teacher Tribe. Happy Monday. Welcome to a brand new week. It is dismissal time. Remember to always take a breath. Okay. It is about to be 5 o'clock. So at 5:01, my alarm is going to go off saying, girl, go home. But I have accomplished so much. This is why I like to stay after school, because I accomplish so much that I can't do during the day or in the morning after school. So first and foremost, I had 3 out today. So I only had 14 kids, which is not a terrible thing, but 2 out of those 3 were out on Friday and they weren't back today. So don't know what's going on. Haven't heard from mom or dad or whoever. And these are 2 girls who need to be here. My other girl who also needs to be here, but she hasn't missed as much school. But I'm learning who my repeat offenders are in terms of attendance. My mind just went blank when I said that. Today was a pretty decent day. We started our reading curriculum officially today, and it was a hot mess express just because we didn't have the books. So we relied heavily on the projector and watching everything on the whiteboard because they don't have their magazines to follow along. So yeah, that was a problem. We read our story the first time, but normally day 1 of a unit is a little longer because we have to introduce the unit, talk about their essential question, show them what it looked. Normally they'd have their magazines and I let them flip through and look at what we're going to be doing. They couldn't do that, so I had to virtually flip through, and I don't even think I finished the virtual flip through of the magazine. Then we read the essential question. I played the little introduction video. We did our little unit song. Every unit has a different song that talks about whatever it is we're learning about. This unit talks about animals, plants, and their habitats. So it had a cute little song that the kids actually enjoyed. I'm waiting for unit 3. The unit 3 song is my song. It's like a hip hop / band that plays. So it was kind of cool. That's talking about government at work, or it's called Government at Work. So it's talking about the government and laws and blah, blah, blah. So that's unit 3. So that's my jam. I played that every week last year because my kiddos loved it just as much as I did. But unit 1 is pretty cute too. So we did that during reading, and what took forever was my students copying down the vocab and the definitions. So what I decided to do, learning lesson from last year, at first last year I had them find the words in the story, and then we talked about it, and then I gave them the definition, and then they would copy it down. This year I'm like, you know what, we're just going to have a discussion. I'm going to display it on the board and just let them start copying, especially since this is our very first one and I have a lot of big writers in here. So to get them to write a definition that's a kind of lengthy into a small box, and I warned them beforehand, write small. And then some people, so what I ended up doing was I had my 2 groups in the back grab a clipboard and come up front. And then my 2 groups in the front were fine, minus my friend who didn't have her glasses and she had to kind of move up a little bit. So that worked, but I still had some people that just wrote so slow. My little friend who, I had a conference, by the way. I don't know if I told you all. I had a conference with mom. I don't know if it was last week or week before last. Really just a formality, because I already told her from the day I met her that I'll be speaking with our guidance counselor in terms of getting him services for in school, because apparently he was diagnosed with autism outside of school. Remember, first time in a school at all. So spoke with our guidance counselor. She's arranging the meeting, but before she could set up a meeting, I had to actually have a conference with mom, letting her know what I see, what our next steps are. So that meeting is coming up in another week or two. Until then, I can't give him any extra services, even though I am kind of helping him a little bit when I get the chance to. My 504 friend hasn't been here, so I've been helping him in replace of her, if that makes sense. His only issue is I can't stand next to him and tell him what to do. I can tell him what to do. So what I started doing, because he wasn't here on Friday. So what I did today for him to make up the work, the graded assignment that we did last Friday, I had him do it. And I'm like, you know what? While I'm instructing everybody else, I read him each problem one at a time. So I'm like, okay, here's what you do for number 1. I read it to him. Oh, you see these? You're going to use these numbers, plug it into the right spot. Go do that. Send him to his seat, let him do that. He brings it back to me. I'll read him the next question. That worked. Because I was still doing one step at a time with him. Even though technically when my 504 friend comes back, I can't be doing that with him because he doesn't have the services. My time has to go to her, and then of course, whole group. So oh my gosh. And then on top of that, last week I told you how my aides have not been getting the correct treatment, I guess would be the proper verbiage to use. They have not been doing their job that they were hired to do because they're too busy doing other tasks. Not only tasks that our principal is assigning, but tasks that's supposed to be other people's jobs. So the other people who have these specific jobs go to the principal. Oh, can you have so-and-so do this? Then the principal will assign it to them. So technically, they're doing other people's work, and they can't do their own work because they're doing other people's work. It's like a loophole. Because they're in their job description, it does say any other task that the principal designates to them. So the coaches who need prints to be done aren't doing the prints and making our paras, our teachers' aides, do the copies for them. Because they're so busy doing other tasks, I haven't had an aide with me in about 2 weeks. Like, she's supposed to be with me for 45 minutes a day, and I haven't seen her in so long because she's getting pulled any and every which way. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't see her, long story short. So it's tough right now. So she actually had to sit down with our union rep to put in a formal complaint because she's not doing what's being told. And then our superiors are making certain comments towards them in terms of, okay, we're gonna leave that alone. It's just when they vent to me, I feel for them and I want to say something, but then it's like it's not my place to say something. But I've been telling you all, I'm trying my best to thug it out for this school year, especially because I love these kiddos this year. And I can't leave them just in the middle of the year, but I'm going to try my very best not to, because I'm telling you, I'm trying. I try not to go on my rants as much as I used to. I know a lot of you all feel for me, and I know a lot of you support me. I feel like I got an eyelash. But we're not going to get all that into that negativity. We're going to leave it at that. I know I keep saying we're going to leave it at that, and I start talking all over again, but I'm not going to go in depth. Okay, back to the work. So today, yes, was a good day. Had 3 out. Caught my friend up today. Reading, it wasn't terrible. It was just very difficult, and we didn't actually get into the meat of today's lesson because we were so stuck on doing the introduction with those vocab that we didn't get a chance to continue on. And then she had a code, our principal scheduled a code red drill at the end of the day. So that kind of threw things off. So it was an okay day. It was an okay day. We touched upon everything that we were supposed to talk about. It just wasn't finished. So it was an okay day. So tomorrow, since we're working on that story for the first 3 days of the week, tomorrow I can finish the vocab that goes with the lesson, since all we did today was the vocab that was for the unit. Yeah, that makes sense. If you have Benchmark Advanced for your reading curriculum, it'll make more sense what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to like give you the meat and potatoes of what I'm talking about. But yeah, that was really it. For phonics this week, we're talking about short vowels, blends, and consonant digraphs. So today, as an introduction, I introduced them to Kahoot, because if you guys watched my videos from last year, my kiddos loved Kahoot, and I loved making Kahoots because it makes learning fun. So I introduced them to Kahoot, and we did a short vowels review, and we did a short vowel Kahoot, which they didn't do pretty bad. They did pretty good on it, and they fell in love with Kahoot. So I know I gotta make some more Kahoots. So we did that for phonics, and then whole group, we introduced the unit, we did our first read, and we did the intro vocab chart, but not the vocab chart with the story. So that's gonna have to fall into tomorrow's work after we do our first reread of the story. Yeah, we did not even get to content today because math was long. Yeah, math was a little long, so we kind of went into content time for math. So tomorrow, which I gotta pull before I leave, might have to pull it tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing Studies Weekly, week 21, which is our last day for social studies, because starting Wednesday, we're doing science. So we're doing brain pops for the rest of the week to introduce the science to the kiddos. Wednesday's also an early release day, so I'm super, super excited. Hopefully, I'll update you on our meetings, because I know we're supposed to be having meetings. I don't think they're PDs. I think they're just general meetings and getting work done in our class. And you guys know I stay late almost every day to make sure my class is up to par. I'll probably be helping our aides in our pod, because the kindergarten class next door has a bunch of crap in the pod that's taking up the para's space. So the paras are in my space. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be helping them clear that out and fixing that situation Wednesday. And then tomorrow I'm gonna talk to you all, because it's 5 o'clock. So tomorrow I'm going to talk to you all about this project that apparently they have to do at the end of each topic. Each topic is it's a unit, long story short. So at the end of each unit, before you test them, you're supposed to do a project. So they give you 3 options and you pick a project for the kiddos to do. So tomorrow I will introduce it to you, because we're doing it on Wednesday, but I just made the copies for it. And then tomorrow's math is called 3-act math. So we finished the last lesson for unit 1, topic 1 today, which was 1-10. So tomorrow we do 3-act math, which is like putting it into like a real world situation. And then the project is on Wednesday. And then Thursday we start unit 2, or topic 2. So I'm gonna staple these pages together so it's ready for tomorrow. So I will give you all the rundown of that tomorrow. Until then, Teacher Tribe, bye. Hi, Teacher Tribe. It is Wednesday. No, it's Tuesday. It is Tuesday. I'm already planning for tomorrow. So happy Tuesday, everyone. It is dismissal time. Remember to take a breath. Oh my God, I just sprayed Lysol like all in my classroom. So when I took the breath, I was breathing in a giant gush of Lysol. It smells good. It's just really strong. Today the kids were like walking germs, and I'm a germaphobe. So every time they sneeze, it's like, where is it coming from? And I tell them, go get a tissue, do what you gotta do, go wash your hands, grab sanitizer, whatever it is. One friend blew her nose and she held up her hand for a tissue. I told her yes. And then she had a pencil stuck in her hair. So I said, why is there a pencil in your hair? With the hand she's holding the snot with. And, oh, there's a pencil in my hair. instantly, I was so disgusted. I told her to throw the pencil away. just throw it away. She goes, it's mechanical, I can't. I said, okay, get a wipe and wipe it down. And I took the spray and I went over and I sprayed it too. It irked me, and it was on my mind, and that was like halfway through the day. It's been on my mind all day, but because I know the Lysol spray, I spray a lot of it. I waited until they left, and I went through and I sprayed every desk, and now I'm dealing with the smell, but it's okay. It's worth it. I'm not gonna stay too long. It's literally 3:38, so like dismissal just finished not too long ago, but it was raining, so I don't know if it still is, because I don't hear it on the roof anymore. That's gonna bother my nose now. So yeah, I'm gonna finish doing what I'm doing right now. I have my little cork tiles that I was telling you all about. So I made my own bulletin board. In the past, I've just put the 4 tiles in like little, like 4 corners. I put one above my phone, so I can put our phone thing right by the phone. And I'm going to take 2 of these cork tiles, and I'm going to use command strips and put it right by the so I have that one there, and I'm going to put the other 2, like one right there and one right there. So one there, one there, and then I have the other one there. So the 4th one I'll probably just put back in storage, because I think, or maybe I'll make it like 2 and then put one like in, like window it on the side of the, what is this thing? The filing cabinet. So all these papers that I keep getting, like the schedules for testing, like for example, I have a tentative window for 2nd grade testing for both district and state testing. So this I want to put on there. The curriculum testing window for subject, well, this isn't only for 2nd, it's for 2nd to 5th, but this I'll hang up on there. So things like that I need to like have a quick reference for, I want to hang it up. So since I don't have my own bulletin board like I have for the kids, I'm creating my own with my cork tiles. So I'm putting these up, and then I am going to staple together. So my team lead apparently has a binder for a writing curriculum called Smile, I think, if I remember correctly. I always use the hamburger method. I don't think the hamburger method, I think it's good. I think I don't want to say raised, but when I was growing up, I believe we used the hamburger method. But she has this whole new curriculum that we got approved to use that we have to teach them. So I'm stapling these pages together. So here's their 3 body paragraphs, and then their topic paragraph, which is the introduction, and then the conclusion, how these have to be matching and similar and blah, blah, blah. And then this is to help them put together their paragraphs. So as we're starting to write, they have that. So I'm gonna staple those together, put it away, finish my corking tiles, and then I'm gonna go. I got a lot done yesterday after I recorded. I showed you guys a lot of the things that I did. I made my to-do list. The only thing I have left on my to-do list from yesterday was putting up these tiles, which I'm doing now. So that's all I have for you guys, Teacher Tribe. Tomorrow is early release, thank God. So we get out of school at 1, but we have to stay till our normal contract hours. So whatever else I can think of to do, I'm gonna save till tomorrow, because I'm gonna need something to do during those 2 hours from the kids leave. So yes, Teacher Tribe, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, friends. Hi, Teacher Tribe, happy hump day. Today is Wednesday, the last day in August, and it is way past dismissal time. Remember to take a breath. So even though it's past dismissal time, it's really about to be the end of my contract time, which is 3:15. It's actually 3:03 as we speak. So I'm actually going to leave on time. This has never happened before. Well, that's not true. Only time I actually leave on time, which is 3:15-ish, is when days like tomorrow, when I have to leave right at dismissal. So this time tomorrow, I'm hoping to be in my car on my way to the Turnpike so I can head down to Broward. But yes, today was early release. Kids left at 1. And technically, I was supposed to leave an hour ago because our principal told everybody to leave. Enjoy the much needed you time. Obviously, I couldn't leave because I have stuff to do. As much as I would love to leave and enjoy my you time, there's no time during the day to do anything because when the kids go to resource, which is supposed to be our planning time, we're always in meetings. So as much as I would love to enjoy my me time, I had to get done. So the hassle this morning was our schedule changed for our early release. And we weren't notified until literally this morning before we let the kids in. So the schedule that we got at the beginning of the school year that had our master schedule with each grade, it doesn't correlate with what was put in our mailboxes this morning with our resource time and our lunch schedule. The master schedule said our lunch was at a certain time. The schedule we got this morning had a completely different lunch time. So I took it to the AP, like, what do I do? Because it says this and this says this. Tell me what to do. And she goes, just follow the times for lunch and resource, which is on the paper that we got in our mailbox this morning, and you can do your own schedule today. I make up my own schedule? Like, since when? Like, that has never happened before. So we tried to follow the master schedule and work in the changes. So the first morning section of the master schedule, well, the whole thing is in the morning, but I would say the first 4 classes, or the first 4, subjects. The first 4 subjects, we can follow that master schedule. But after reading, that's when things need to change, because after reading was supposed to be lunch. Now lunch is an hour later, so we had to we moved math up, and then after math is lunch. But my lunch is different from the rest of my team's lunch because my table where we eat lunch, 5th grade is there until like 15. So long story short, my lunch is 15 minutes after the rest of my team because, we're staggered like a minute or two. I'm staggered like 15 minutes, which I don't mind because now my lunch is from 12:03 to 12:33. Dismissal's at 1. So I'm not complaining, but then my early release schedule is slightly different for my team. So the only thing is, after math, my team has lunch, and then after lunch they have recess, and then they have content, then dismissal. I had to flip my lunch and recess. So after math, I have recess, then lunch, then content, then dismissal. So it sucks being the oddball out, but it's okay because it works in my favor. So yeah, the day flew by, to be honest with you, because everything was more rushed, so there was no spare time to do anything. But it was a good day. The math project that we had today, the kids seemed to do okay with. I had to help a lot of friends. A whole group obviously wasn't listening to my instructions because they were supposed to create 2 word problems. Zach has 20 apples. He gave 7 to Kimberly. How many apples does he have left? So there's a subtraction word problem. So they're supposed to create 2. 1 subtraction, 1 addition. And then on the back, they're cutting out different shapes and making a collage with the different shapes. And then their word problem should reflect on the numbers. So they're allowed to do 20 shapes. So their word problems have to be within 20, if I'm saying it correctly. That's not how I said it to the kids, but now that I don't have the paper in front of me, it's coming off weird. Hopefully I'm making sense. So they made a collage of 20 shapes. So their word problem on the back had to have an equation within 20. That's what I'm supposed to say. So the equation I just gave you with Zach and Kimberly and the apples, 20 minus, I think I said 8. So the answer is 12. If you were to use the shapes on the front of their paper, that had the 20 shapes, you can look at it, cross off 8, and you'll count 12. So that's what they're supposed to do. Come up with equations, and they're supposed to be able to use the shapes on the front that they made a collage with to help them solve the problem. So it was still math related, and it was also them being artistic, because I have a lot of people who like to draw and things like that. So of course I made them get the math problem out of the way first, then they can do their shapes. A lot of people are still working on their math problems, and I realized I'm helping them more than I should have been helping them, because we decided we're taking the project as a grade. So I guess tomorrow when I have them finish, I can't really help them continue with their word problems. Some of my friends who I checked today who finished it, they did it on their own. Other people that I'm helping was more of spelling. Oh, no, fix this. It doesn't make sense. So I have to stop that now that we're taking it for a grade, and I have to let them finish it on their own. So tomorrow morning, I have to have them finish, and then we start the topic 2, which is really chapter 2 or unit 2, whatever you want to call it. We're starting our next unit starting tomorrow. So I have to have them finish the project, then we can quickly, hopefully, try to jump into the first lesson for tomorrow. That's pretty much it, Teacher Tribe. Today was a really good day. I had all 17 kids. The day went by super fast. But that's it. Oh, I got word that my old teacher, well, she was my next door neighbor last school year, she put in her 2 weeks this morning. So I'm gonna miss her. I completely understand why she put in her 2 weeks. She's just in a blessed situation where she doesn't technically need to work. So isn't she lucky? But so she's gonna start her retirement a little earlier than she wanted to because of the stress. And she has a rough student who is kind of not abusive, but I don't want to say dangerous. She has a rough student. I don't know the proper word or terminology I'm trying to think of, but she has a rough student in her class who walked out of her class yesterday. So she had a rough time with him yesterday. And then I guess she was observed by some coaches. So yesterday was just tough for her, and I guess that was her final straw. So she vented to her husband. Her husband said, what do you want to do? She doesn't want to do it anymore. So they came up to the decision together to quit. So she put in her 2 weeks this morning. So I have the rest of this week and then 2 full weeks with her. So she leaves, because next Monday is no school. So she has the next week and the week after. So she leaves that Friday. So that's the 16th. This is my last day with my old neighbor on our team. So I don't know what they're going to do now. I don't know when they're going to announce it to her class, to the school. I have no idea what's going on. But she felt the need to let us know today during our planning that she did that this morning. So if you're watching this, love you. Gonna miss you. And until next time. All right, Teacher Tribe. Sorry to close it off with a little downer, but such is life. Until tomorrow, Teacher Tribe. Oh, no, I will not see you tomorrow. Maybe I'll try and record tomorrow morning, since I'm not going to be able to record after school. If you don't see me until Friday, you know why. Bye, Teacher Tribe. Happy Friday, Teacher Tribe. Remember to take a breath. So I almost forgot to record. Oh my goodness, so much had happened today. So let me see if I could sum it up to keep this clip short. So today is Friday. Should have started with that. It is Friday. Oh, I did start with that. It is Friday, September 2nd, and it's dismissal time. I took my breath. Sorry. Off track. Mine is going 1,000,000 to 1. Okay. So today was an awesome, fun Friday, even though I have 3 kids out. It seems like Fridays, I don't know if certain people didn't get the memo, but I have a few kids who are always out on a Friday. Not complaining, but they're missing instruction and they're missing Fun Friday at the end of the day. But today was a really fun day and a good start to our long weekend. So of course, Monday is Labor Day, so there's no school. So I won't see you all until Tuesday of next week. But okay, let me run through the day because I am so scatterbrained right now. So for math, we were still doing evens and odds. So today we were doing more of showing what evens and odds look like. So first we had to use the counting cubes, and then we started drawing cubes to represent the counting cubes together. So that's literally what the lesson was called, represent even and odd numbers. For content, we did a brain pop video for science. So we learned about our science skills, what it is to hypothesize and predict and things of that nature. Reading now. So today was the first time we did a weekly test. I can't say virtually, but on the computer. It didn't go bad. It's just making sure they all follow my directions and we go step by step together. It literally took up the whole 90 minutes. That's not true. I finished a little bit before the 90 minutes, but still it took a majority of reading. And it was only supposed to take 20 minutes. So the first week, we all decided as a team, since all tests are supposed to be on the computer, we're going to do the first weekly test as a class to familiarize them with how to use it. So obviously it's not a grade. Everyone had their computer. I directed them how to get to the assignment. And then from there, we read the story together. We answered the questions together and we worked it out together. How do we know it's this answer? Okay, well, where in the story did it say that? And blase, blase. So we did that whole test together, minus the people who weren't paying attention, who got 1 or 2 questions wrong. Everybody else obviously passed. So they're excited actually to use it. And I introduced them to the different tools that they have. And I think next day 5, it's not Friday, next day 5, they should be okay when they do that test for real. At the end of the day, when we finished everything, I thought we finished everything. We forgot 2 pages, but it's okay. We'll just have to roll it over into Tuesday. So when the day was done, I gave them the last, I want to say 25 minutes of the day to do Fun Friday, where they go on the computer, they can play their iReady games with their coins, they can go on Studies Weekly and do that activity, they can change their monster on Class Dojo, whatever they wanted to do. A lot of them went on Prodigy, some of them were just changing their monsters. They were doing different things. So that is their Fun Friday, which they really work hard to achieve. So I'm glad we're able to do that. Then after dismissal, I go into the workroom and I find a giant stack of planners. So we're giving them their planners after Labor Day, because I guess after Labor Day, everything is secured, like with the moving around of students and things of that nature. So planners are on their desk because I don't want it on mine. It's on their desk, as well as a school year calendar. Some advertisement. So yeah, the school calendar, even though I had this, they just got theirs. So they have that with their planner already stacked up on their desk. I am trying to organize papers. We received a lot of copies, and I only made 2 copies for next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. And then we got our math copies, which I need to add to my stack for next week. And then the stuff that we didn't do today gets added to my stack for Tuesday. So everything for Tuesday is right here, ready to go. So yeah, that is it. Fundraiser started today, so hopefully my kiddos sign up for that. So last year, for the same fundraiser that started today, or I guess it starts today, they get a little animal that they call them huggers, the little animal that hugs onto their wrist. Last year we had a koala. This year I opened up our mystery one because I use my sample to show the kids as our class pet, and then they can use that for their their dojo points, and then they can redeem dojo points to hold our class pet for the day on their wrist. This year we got a crocodile. Yeah, didn't want that. But when I saw the animals that they have for this school year, I thought the giraffe and the cheetah were cute. So all the kids, I said, you know what? If you guys do what you have to do to earn one, because they all liked the crocodile. They thought it was cool. I mean, it's not an ugly looking crocodile. I just don't want a crocodile. But since all of them thought it was cool, they were saying, oh, well, I'm going to sign up and do whatever I have to do. And if I get what did I say I wanted? A giraffe or a cheetah, they'll trade with me. I said, that's fine. Sure, let's do that. So we didn't name the crocodile, because once we name it, it's official. It's our class pet. So we're not naming the crocodile unless we end up keeping the crocodile. So that's there. Hang up, same place I had it last year. And we have another fundraiser starting, but they gave us the papers today. The fundraiser doesn't start until the 12th. Today is the 2nd. So this is gonna have to sit on my desk for a while. And it has to, because if I put it away, I'm gonna forget to pass it out. So that's gonna sit there until maybe next Friday. Next Friday, I'll put it in their mailbox so they'll get it the following Monday. But yeah, Teacher Tribe, that is all I have for you. Obviously, I didn't record yesterday because I had to go to Broward. And it's been so weird talking today because my mouth is still like really tender from my braces. But on the plus side, I'm almost done with it. Okay. So yes, Teacher Tribe, I am going to wrap it up here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you want me to talk more about or show more about. I so beyond appreciate all the love that I'm getting and my comments, especially when I hear from other teachers that can relate with what I'm going through with the changes with admin. Speaking of changes with admin, I've said numerous times that my team lead is our union rep for our school, and she does not like the fact that our principal is making us do same grades across the board. And apparently we don't have to, as we didn't have to last year. So she contacted the union at the fact that this principal was making us do that. And she heard from the union, no, we're not supposed to do that. Point blank period. So she had a conversation with our principal and reassured us today at the end of our meeting, because our principal sat in our meeting. So when our principal and the coach walked out, she told us the nitty-gritty, how she had a conversation with the principal and we do not have to have same grades across the board. Win for second grade, or should I say win for teachers at the school, because I don't know if it was only second grade or if she was telling all grades we needed to have unison grades, which, how can you have cohesive assignments and grades if we all have different teaching styles? Like, it doesn't make sense. So the fact that we got that cleared up, I can actually get to what I need to do, because I would have had more grades in our grade book had we, been able to grade our own stuff. But now it's official. We're good. We're back to how it was last school year. I can get on my grind and make sure everything that my class is doing, I got my babies. I make sure their grades are good. So that was a win for us. Even though I already told you how we're losing a teammate, this definitely perked us up at the end of the day. So it made Fun Friday a little bit more relieving to have something clarified and cleared up. So we'll end Fun Friday on a happy note. All right, Teacher Tribe, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to show more of, and I will see you all next week. Bye, Teacher Tribe.